The Michael Berry Show.
Welcome to the show, Sheriff.
Hey, good morning. How the hell are y'all?
I'm good. Is this the first time we've had you on since you won your election?
Yes.
Okay. Well, congratulations. As I do not hide behind, I endorsed your opponent, campaigned for your opponent, never said anything ill of you. I'd never heard anything ill of you. But you won that
Yes.
election fair and square, and I only hear good things about your leadership there from within the department and the community. So I want to make sure I got that out there.
Well, I appreciate you. Politics are a fickle thing, and I saw a need to run for sheriff and aggressively sought it, worked my butt off, and now I'm here. So I'm enjoying it, and I appreciate the phone call.
Tell me what happened yesterday in Magnolia.
Well, brother, I just really be honest with you, I was driving out there for a building dedication for Sheriff Tommy Gage, renamed the West County Annex after him, and was talking to his chief of staff on the phone and drove up on a physical altercation in the middle of 1488 in downtown Magnolia. I told Chief Montgomery over there they're going to have to make me a honorary police officer over there for having to clean up their streets. But these guys are getting after it, and I just got out and just want to prevent any further violence. And I got about halfway up there and figured out they were playing with guns too. So I figured I'd go ahead and get one myself. Yes, sir. I just want to make sure we had an equal playing field and try to de-escalate that thing. And thankfully, they both complied, and I was able to get them both kind of in custody and get a little bit of help.
Did they know you were a lawman?
And I think it was self-evident.
Well, your positioning, your crouched positioning looked like, if nothing else, he's seen a lot of movies.
Oh, well, I started down at Texas Highway Patrol, and I worked my tail off in a highway patrol, worked by myself a lot out in the country. And, you figure out when you're there, nobody's going to take care of you but you. So you got to take care of business.
Okay, so I'm watching from behind. Thank goodness somebody filmed this. And
That's funny.
I'm watching you in this crouched position in that certain style you guys walk in that I love. I mean, it is straight out of a great movie. You got pretty close on them. It looks like before you drew. I guess, did you not realize that there was gunplay going on?
Well, not until I saw it. When I was talking to him, the guy said when the smaller guy hit the ground, he pulled the gun at that time. So I didn't see it when I drove up until I, kind of rounded the corner of the truck there. It was the first time I saw it.
All right, and you start barking orders?
I basically wanted them to put the gun down.
Yeah.
Gave them some explicit and direct order, and to get them on the ground so I could get at least one of them handcuffed and get a little bit of help.
Well, I don't know if that big boy had ever been shot before, but I can tell you he did not want to be shot. He was holding that gun as if it was Ebola virus. He had that gun like he wanted to get rid of it. He did not want you shooting him. I could tell that. Whatever he needed to do, he was going to comply.
Yeah, I pretty much told him that. I said, please don't make me shoot you. I said, put it down. And he was happy to comply, and I was very happy to see the compliance.
I have heard it said by law enforcement on multiple occasions that the guy who keeps screaming, put it down, I'm going to shoot you, is less frightening to a person who says, don't make me have to shoot. I don't want to have to shoot you. That for some reason, psychologically, it's like racking around with a shotgun. It messes with the guy's head. I don't know. Do you have a thought on that? Do you have a technique you use on that?
No, I think every situation is different, and people get to choose what happens. We only get to react to that. I want to say something that I would tell you that, our deputies do this day in and out every day, put themselves in that position. And I think all of us are police officers. Everybody carries a badge no matter what your job is. Your first responsibility is public safety. And, to act on things when you see them, that's the kind of work we expect from our deputies. And I just appreciate what they do every day because I know they deal with these types of situations every day. It's just so rare that I might drive up on something like that.
What were you carrying? What was the weapon in your hand?
Oh, I still got a little Ranger in me, so I carry a Colt 45 1911.
That's a lot of gun.
I hear it's a proven performer.
That's good. I like that. Tell me what your biggest challenge as sheriff has been. Obviously, you're not new to law enforcement, but that's a big agency that you came into. What has been your biggest challenge that you had not foreseen?
I'll tell you, my biggest challenge we're facing today is our jail is about 40 years old, and it was built to hold about 600 people, and we're pushing 1,253 beds in there now. And we got a variance my first month or so here in office, and we're going to add 64 beds, which will put us to 1,317. Although a study done in 2005 by the Texas Jail Commission showed we needed 2,500 beds in 2025. So we're working with our commissioner's court and hopefully be working with our community to educate them about our needs to not only arrest bad guys, but to keep them here and keep them safe so they don't continue to disrupt our public.
I have heard it said by Brett Ligon and by your predecessor and many others, officers and deputies, that when folks are arrested in Montgomery County, there are stories of them telling the arresting officer, I'll be out in a couple of hours. No, you're in Montgomery County. And some of them are surprised to realize, I didn't know this was Montgomery. They don't want to be arrested in Montgomery County.
Absolutely a game changer. I'll tell you, Brett Ligon does a wonderful job. Our judges, they do a wonderful job, but more especially our jurors that volunteer their time to come to court and to hear these cases and hand out these convictions and stuff like that. They're just amazing. The people here in Montgomery County do everything they can to support us, and we certainly appreciate every one of them.
Well, that is, it's true that there's such a sense of community in Montgomery County. I love it so much. I think that's why it's blowing up so big. I think that's why so many people. Republic Grand Ranch is a big sponsor and supporter of our show. Yeah. We've done events out there, and it's how many people email me and they've just bought out there, and they're so excited. And law enforcement and criminal justice are one of the big reasons that people love that. I do have to commend you before I go. You've got Ryan Droddy on your team, my brother who was a sheriff's deputy for a very, very long time in Jefferson County. Loved those Droddy boys, him and his brother Reagan. So obviously you've got an eye for good talent.
He's absolutely awesome. Hey, thank y'all for all that you do, and thank you for supporting law enforcement, and more especially for us here in Montgomery County. Y'all have a great day, brother.
Live, laugh, learn. Doing it big on The Michael Berry Show.